Hello YouTube, Alpha White Wolf bringing you the latest Death Battle reaction. This one, Beerus versus Sailor Galaxia. Dragon Ball versus Sailor Moon. Not one that I was imagining. I mean, in all fairness, Death Battle has done actual, My Little Pony characters in this, so I shouldn't be too surprised that they have a Sailor Moon character playing it. But Beerus, that's an interesting one. Now, before I get too into this, I should give the usual disclaimer and get that out of the way. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, indicate so down below. And if you have suggestions for future videos, drop them in the comments. At the end of the video, I will be attaching some images because I am very proud of my ever-growing orc army from Warhammer 40k. And you can probably notice, like, a little bit behind me here, I have a new additional piece of furniture. This last weekend, one of the big things that kept me busy was actually putting together a table. So I decided to throw together a table, make a nice little hobby thing that I can literally just spin around away from my desk at any given time that I want, and have a hobby table like right here, actually like here, to low chest, to just work on miniatures, work on my PC, do some laptop stuff, or if it's a really long night, just literally drop out and into unconsciousness. Now, right off the bat, right now, I'm siding with Beerus, but it's probably not for the reason you all think. So, I'm one of those people who understands that the title of God has, in all fairness, some significance, but not super significance. I've had to argue that Kratos from God of War is not the end-all, be-all fighter of all time, because there are people who will actually hear, oh, he killed quite a few Olympian gods, he's therefore invincible, he can destroy anything. No. He's incredibly powerful, yes, but just because you're a god does not mean that you are like God with a capital G, omniscient, omnipotent, all that stuff. So Beerus, I'm siding with him right now out of familiarity. I have never actually watched a single episode of Sailor Moon. I know like little bits and pieces, but like I'm talking super fragmentary information here. I know next to nothing of that show. So for right now I'm going with Beerus because he is insanely powerful. I think one of the things that stood out to me the most was after his fight with Goku for deciding the fate of the world, it was talking about how he wasn't even fighting in his full power, which was incredible. Because him and Goku just punching each other's fists sent shockwaves that almost destroyed the universe, I think. But anyway, that's been my ramble. I've wasted enough of your time. I'm siding with Beerus for right now. As usual, this may change after I hear what each character is all about. And then from there, I'll be able to give a more definitive prediction. But as of right now, Beerus has my vote. Video is a go in 3, 2, 1, and play.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Miller Lite. So the world is a bit of a strange place right now.
But luckily, I know one thing that will make it a whole lot better. Beer!
More specifically, an ice-cold delicious Miller Lite.
Social distancing is important, but it doesn't mean you can't still share a Miller Lite with your friends over the internet.
So all together, let's cheers to staying safe, keeping in touch, and to this great-tasting Miller Lite.
Miller Lite, great taste with only 96 calories and 3.2 carbs. However you and your friends are enjoying Miller time this summer, you can have the original light beer delivered by going to MillerLite.com/battle and find the delivery options near you. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
Everything that lives must die. Everything that is created must be destroyed. So saith these vanguards of the apocalypse.
Badass. But why they gotta be a golden ballerina and a purple cat?
Lord Beerus, Dragon Ball's almighty god of destruction.
And Empress Galaxia, the Sailor Scout of Destruction from Sailor
I don't know
Moon.
about Almighty.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Son Goku. This Super Saiyan has seen his fair share of universe-ending threats.
But he hadn't seen anyone treat mass slaughter like a job until he met a god of destruction. Because it is their job.
A god of destruction's role is to, well, destroy ancient planets and civilizations to make way for the new.
Sort of like taking out the trash, just with 1,000,000,000 times more murder.
And in the case of Universe number 7, the title of Destroyer was granted to Lord Beerus, a cat.
Obviously, everyone knows cats are all secretly plotting to kill everyone. Hell, God of Destruction is what my ex-wife named hers.
Fun fact, while dogs have been bred as companions for thousands of years, the same only technically started for cats around 200 years ago. In comparison, they're still sort of wild animals, which makes them self-sufficient, but also standoffish.
And lazy.
Then Beerus may be the apotheosis of all catdom. When he's not effortlessly annihilating solar systems, he's napping for decades.
Oh, but when he wakes up, he takes his job seriously. He's way stronger and faster than any mortal. Look at him go! That's his God of Destruction's wrath technique. He's got spheres of destruction, beams of destruction, sneezes of destruction, giant energy yarn balls of destruction, oh, and cataclysmic orbs. Yeah.
He can neutralize energy attacks from others, which is frankly just unfair. But his most awe-inspiring technique is Hakai. See, Beerus' enormous level of power stems from an unearthly source. To demonstrate, allow me to introduce our brand new disposable unit for meticulous matchup investigations, aka Dummy.
Hello, Mr. Wizard. How may I be exploited today?
You're trying to replace me.
Now, generally speaking, there are 3 types of ki, which, to be blunt, is weaponizable life energy. First, there's normal ki. Most people in the Dragon Ball multiverse have this. Dangerous, but nothing too special. Gods have their own ki, of course, which is way more potent, but like all ki, they have a limited amount. But when you want the good stuff, you go for destruction energy.
So much for your new sidekick, Wiz.
Oh no, there's plenty more. Hakai channels this energy to obliterate something in an instant, erasing both body and soul from existence. The only way to resist is to match Beerus in power.
And he didn't get so strong on his own. He's trained for millions of years under this guy, also named Wiz.
No, Whis.
Yeah, that's what I said. He learned pressure point combat and the super secret Ultra Instinct.
More a state of mind than actual transformation. Autonomous Ultra Instinct describes the ability to instantly respond to attacks without conscious thought getting in the way.
Like he's on a catnip high.
With Ultra Instinct, he could even take on multiple other gods of destruction at the same time.
The only problem with being so friggin' powerful is that he got kinda bored. So he was hyped when he learned there was someone out there who might be a challenge for him. The Super Saiyan God. And in their fight over the fate of the Earth, they almost destroyed the whole universe.
Our
Yeah,
own
I remember
observable
that.
universe is a respectable 93 billion light years across. However, the Dragon Ball universe is noticeably different, as depicted by this symbolic model. The observable universe as we know it fits within that bottom area.
Then there's hell in the middle, heaven up top, a bunch of dinosaurs sprinkled in there somewhere. Yeah, it's kind of a mess.
A single clash between Beerus and Goku sent ripples of energy rocketing through this entire macroverse in just 7 seconds. Even with conservative calculations, these shockwaves must have been moving well over 240 quadrillion times the speed of light.
Hell, the guy's quick enough to fly between galaxies in just a couple of minutes, so no surprise there. And when him and his fat cat brother Champa got into a fight, they almost tore apart the whole universe themselves. Now talk about a cat fight.
But despite his incredible power, Beerus eventually did the one thing nobody ever expected. He showed mercy and spared Earth. Perhaps he saw a glimmer of greatness in Goku's potential, as so many have before him.
Nah, he's just a sucker for tasty food.
Happy to see you're finally realizing the full terror of Beerus the Destroyer.
Okay,
The
Galaxia, what do you
the
got?
solar system, the planet, the moon. Each is an essential piece in the ever-shifting whirlwind of the cosmos.
That's why they all have their own super protector, fighting evil by moonlight, winning love by daylight. They are the classic magical girls.
The Sailor Guardians are warriors entrusted with magnificent powers. It's the Sailor Guardians' job to protect their world from alien threats. You may know one of them, Sailor Moon. Real name, Usagi Tsukino. Or Serena or Bunny, depending on which dub you watched.
So are they like space Popeyes who sell cookies?
What?
Sailor Scouts. Duh whiz.
They're not sailors, they're Sailor Guardians, or Sailor Soldiers. The term Sailor Scout comes from the original English dub.
Oh yeah, the dick tub. Look out, kid! There's a giant dick outside your window! You know what you are.
Anyway, everything in the universe possesses a form of crystallized life force called a starseed. Each Guardian is powered by a special starseed which embodies their own planet, a Sailor Crystal.
These give them superhuman powers. They can fly, do magic, shapeshift, heal fast, and are basically immortal. Some of them are even trained by the most dangerous creatures in the world. Cats.
After many adventures, Sailor Moon would eventually find herself face to face with her greatest foe, a cold-hearted empress of evil.
She was just a nameless lady stuck on some random trashy planet. It was so bad there, she basically gave up on life. Well, until she got her hands on the sapphire crystal.
The sapphire crystal is exponentially powerful, providing unlimited potential that matched her own newly unlimited ego. With all this power amongst the garbage around her, one purpose came to mind: destroy everything.
So into the universe she went in search of a new home fit for a goddess, the soldier of destruction, Sailor Galaxia.
Be it the power or her own mind, Galaxia was cursed with unparalleled vanity, so cosmic in scale that she could not be satisfied until the whole universe bowed before her, or else.
Just like my ex-wife. If she appeared on the horizon, you'd be totally screwed.
Galaxia or your ex-wife?
Yes. Explosions big enough to blot out galaxies and even match the maxed out Eternal Sailor Moon in a fight, who destroyed a whole mirror universe.
With a simple gesture, Galaxia can wipe anything out of existence. Planets, people, other guardians, you name it.
Plus, she's got all sorts of other magic powers. Teleporting, summoning lightning, mind controlling people by taking their star seeds. Oh, yeah, she can totally do that.
And like any good anime villain, her attacks have some absolutely ridiculous names, like the Galactica Super String,
Which doesn't actually use any string.
Galactica Crunch,
I think I had a bowl of that this morning.
and Galactica Inflation.
What the hell?
How did that get there? It's not what you think. Research! You come across a lot of stuff in research.
Whiz, I'm glad to know exactly what kind of guy I'm working with.
So Galaxia carved through the universe at an incredible pace, building her own widespread empire.
She was so friggin' terrifying that some people would murder their own Sailor Scout as a sacrificial offering just to save themselves. Man, magical girls are metal as hell.
But Galaxia's destructive path wasn't as reckless as it may seem. Through her travels, she learned of a looming threat to the universe, a primordial entity and source of all evil. And so she vowed to destroy chaos.
Yeah, that happens if you watch too much Marie Kondo.
But to maintain balance, she also sought to destroy the opposite of chaos, the embodiment of love and goodness, which is apparently Sailor Moon.
This is where different stories get a bit wonky.
Right. In the anime, Galaxia was a heroic warrior who absorbed chaos to keep it under control, but chaos flipped the script and took her body instead. However, this did not happen in the original manga.
Galaxia's warpath led her to Earth, and she annihilated all the favorite Sailor Scouts.
Verizon 5G Ultra Wideband
I thought I had ad blocker on.
times today's 4G networks, and it's already available in parts of select cities.
Sorry about
So
this.
businesses
I
can
thought I had
benefit
ad
from
blocker
it.
already on.
Single one. Except Sailor Moon. They had to have their epic battle.
And Moon is a powerhouse. She once lit up the entire universe with a single attack. This light reached the edge of the universe in 4 seconds, putting it at 360 quadrillion times light speed.
Galaxia was tough enough to survive the grip of chaos itself. And with her crystal, she never has to worry about running out of energy in a fight. This chick's basically unkillable.
Well, the intense forces of chaos almost ended her life, until she was saved by Sailor Moon.
And guess what? Apparently, this caused Galaxia to question her resolve and see Meatball Head here in a new light. Like, hey, maybe this lovey-dovey goodness stuff ain't so bad. And then BAM! Her crystal exploded from positivity overload and she died.
Neither Galaxia nor the Sapphire Crystal had ever known this feeling. Ironically, or perhaps befittingly, the weakness of destruction itself was love.
Wiz, she was literally killed by kindness. Who wrote this?
Nuance, Boomstick. Regardless, the power Galaxia wields is astonishing. Beneath the heel of her boot, any planet, galaxy, or universe is utterly doomed.
For this body belongs to Sailor Galaxia, the most powerful guardian in the galaxy.
Alright, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, I need to rock out with some Raycon earbuds.
Add. I'm still going with Beerus. As powerful as Galaxia is, Beerus just seems a little more of just raw output. And what really got me thinking, though, was that ability of his to absorb or nullify energy attacks. I think that's going to play a huge role in this. The fact that he was capable of almost effortlessly destroying the universe simply because he and Goku were punching fists. And apparently that wasn't even like his full power either. He was more than capable of going even more overwhelmingly powerful than that. So I'm going with Beerus on this. I think he's just blowing Galaxia out of the water.
Now
It's time for a death battle! Oh, it's time for some ego. It's gonna be a clash of egos.
It's unwise to vaporize a god's dessert.
Witness my infinite power.
So you have chosen death.
They're really going with poking each other.
Ridiculous! Perish!
Interesting. Apparently I found a worthy foe.
The hard way it is, then.
Oh yeah, his defensive Ultra Instinct, that's definitely going to come back into this as well.
Don't you dare.
That's not going to do anything to him.
Now look what you've done!
This is your fault, you stupid cat!
Hello there, stranger. Welcome.
Kneel for me!
Hello there, stranger. Welcome.
Hey! No fair! lack the instinct.
Trash! You'll die like dirt! You're all mine! What? That's impossible!
Now you're catching on. I am the impossible!
I kind of want to know the justification for that.
Was for my ice cream.
KO.
Holy crap! This fight was so intense. I'm gonna get a beer for us. Wait. Beer us? Whiskey? Champagne? Oh my god! All the cats are named after booze! I like them now.
This was a fairly balanced matchup. Galaxia's power set was certainly enough to keep up with Beerus.
Especially since she has so many more versatile techniques than him.
Not to mention, her crystal provided unlimited energy, while Beerus had a vast but still finite pool of ki.
But that's about where it all starts tilting the other way. Based on how fast their galaxy-spanning attacks were, Galaxia did have a slight edge in attack speed, but Beerus's Ultra Instinct made up for it. Plus, he had expert martial arts training, while
True.
Galaxia had none of that. Speed alone wasn't winning this fight.
Also, Beerus' skill set countered many of her own attacks. His energy nullification, for example, let him blast through plenty of her offensive options.
But to really lock down Beerus' superiority in all things destruction, how about we compare their power output?
Both of them used attacks that spanned their whole universe in seconds. But remember, the Dragon Ball universe is much bigger than our own.
Right.
This universe is at least 9 times bigger than ours, and Beerus almost destroyed it all.
For the most part, the universe in Sailor Moon is very much based on our own. And the same should be said for Nehelenia's mirror universe Usagi destroyed.
So, pretty clear cut? That means Beerus is 9 times stronger than Galaxia?
Well, not exactly. They both are likely much stronger. Galaxia matched Endgame Eternal Sailor Moon in battle, who could destroy 8 of her Animamate minions at once.
Did you say Animorphs?
Long story short, a single Animamate could match a Sailor Guardian equal in power to Sailor Moon when she destroyed that mirror universe. While this is admittedly a very highball estimate, defeating 8 Animamates at once could logically translate to possessing 8 times that power. Since Galaxia could match her in combat, this potentially puts Galaxia's output level much closer to Beerus and Goku's clash.
But the shockwave happened when Goku had only just gone Super Saiyan God for the first time. Beerus claimed he was going all out with 100% of his power, but like all cats, he was lying.
Telling Goku that you were using 100% of your power was a very clever tactic to draw out his full strength, even though it wasn't true.
Even after Goku later achieved Super Saiyan Blue with Kaioken, a form many times more powerful than his first go at being a redhead, Beerus was still considered his superior. Simply put, even if we highball Galaxia and lowball Beerus, the God of Destruction still possessed a greater amount of power, both in offense and defense, as they are identical when it comes to Dragon Ball Ki. Isn't that right, dummy?
Sailor Galaxia may have had a more versatile arsenal, but Lord Beerus had the strength, durability, and technique needed to overpower her. But you already said all that, so what's the point? Like my existence.
You could say she got caught in a galaxy-sized catastrophe. Can I blow him up this time?
I look forward to it.
The winner is Lord Beerus.
Okay, who's next?
Death Battle is back with 10 episodes to wrap up this year. Stay tuned and check out the music linked in the description below.
Oh! Okay. That's interesting. Zuko versus Shoto Todoroki. That's gonna be interesting. So, I like this one. This was one of those galaxy kind of fights. It was very much in the vein of Thanos versus Darkseid, really, and I loved it. Now, I should say that The videos where Axel Reaper was able to react with me, the Astartes series and the Racist Mario video, they were awesome, and me and him are going to try and do more videos like that where he and I are collaborating. But the thing is, that's a little tricky because our schedules are so different. I'm having to prepare for a big outing with my work, and it's just not very feasible to do a whole lot of stuff. That's why this is so late. I've been ridiculously busy. And after a long day, even just making a reaction video feels like work. You know how awful a job has to be where things like video gaming and watching YouTube are work. That's terrible. But yeah, I am looking forward to the next one. Shoto versus Zuko. I'm very invested in that. Okay, so again, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, indicate so down below. And if you have suggestions for future videos, leave them in the comments. In the description will be a link to the original video, which I highly recommend you go check out, as well as a link to Gaming Glatorius' Twitter page. Now, I've been uploading a bunch of Warhammer mini images on Twitter, and I've started to add in little descriptions to kind of explain the miniatures themselves, maybe make a little joke here and there, but mostly to kind of prepare for the next batch that I'm going to be uploading. I just recently finished the second Get Started box. I've put them all together, I've painted them, I've got them ready. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get started working on the Prophecy of the Wolf box. Now, ideally, I want to try and get that started this weekend, but even sooner would be better. Now, I'm going to try and set up the camera with my table here to get an actual kind of a video capturing the assembling, because this is going to be my first time. I'm putting together the Space Wolves in this box first, and it'll be my first time actually putting together Space Marines, and I'm very much looking forward to it. But yeah, this has been an interesting fight. Excuse me. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. This has been an interesting battle, and I am so looking forward to the next one. This has been Alpha White Wolf. I'm signing off. You keep howling, Wolfpack.